I am making beef and red cabbage today. You need 2 packages of choice top blade steak. I have here some flavor-free coconut oil, but you can use any oil of your choice. Either 2 smaller jars of red pickled cabbage or 1 large jar. 1 jar of daily sliced roasted bell peppers. 1 jar of pickled vegetables, any kind. 3 tablespoons of beef bouillon, and then we'll thicken it when it's done with a little bit white rice flour. I am using this pot to make the whole dinner with. That's another dinner. Everything in one pot except the boiled potatoes that you make on the side. And you need potatoes. We already need enough oil to fry the meat from both sides. Maybe about 3 to 4 tablespoons. Once your oil is smoking hot, add your meat. On my splatter guard. Fry this for 5 minutes on one side and then for 5 more minutes on the other side. After 5 minutes, turn to the other side. Okay, after the other 5 minutes are up, take the jar with the liquid and all and pour it in here. The liquid from those jars will give it a nice flavor. Here's our nice red peppers. Pour it in. Then add the cabbage with liquid and all. Distribute it real nice on top of the pot. Add a little bit more water, just enough to top everything. There we go. Now we're adding about 3 tablespoons of nice beef bouillon. Sprinkle it on the top. 1, 2, 3. You can spread the beef bouillon in a little bit if you would like, or you can just leave it sitting on top. Once everything starts coming to a boil, put on the top. Turn it from high to low. Set your timer to 2 hours. After 2 hours, we will use a little bit of rice flour and thicken it. Before everything is done, put on your potatoes so they get done at the same time. Wash the potatoes in hot water first. Then fill your pot with hot water. until they are covered. Put on your burner. Add just a little bit of salt to the cooking water. Bring to a rolling boil. Put on the top. Right now it's on high. After it boils, turn it down to about 4. On 4, it is a slow boil. Your stove is probably different, so check on which setting it will boil slowly. Set your timer for 40 minutes. It could take between 40 and 50 minutes. Check after 40 minutes and see if it's done. If it's not done, let it boil for another 5 minutes. I'm using smaller potatoes, so that will take less time than if you have larger potatoes. I'm checking my potatoes for doneness with a knitting needle, stainless steel. Stick them in a few potatoes, and if it goes in real easy, you know they're done. Here we go. 1, 2. Looks like they're done, so we can continue. Potatoes are done. I like to drain my potatoes in a wire basket. Put it in here. Here we go. Then take the basket, set the potatoes in so they can cool faster. And here it is, slowly cooking on low. The 2 hours are up, and I have here about a half a cup of the rice flour, which I'm going to mix with water. You want to mix it real good. You might not need it all. It all depends how much food you have in your pot. Needs a little bit more water. Okay. There we go. Mix it up real well so we don't get any lumps in our food. There's a nice consistency of it. Let's take off the top. You see it real boiling on low here. Turn it up a little on higher. So we're slowly pouring the rice flour mixed with water in here. Stir it while you're pouring it. Here. Keep on stirring until it thickens. Here we go. It's thickening up, so we can turn it back to low. To see if we need any more of that rice flour in here, because it's supposed to be nice and thick. Now I'm going to have to get just a little bit more rice flour. I added a couple of more heaping spoonsful of rice flour with water. Adding it to this mixture just a little bit at a time. I don't want to get it too thick. Okay. Just a little more. There you go. So this is the consistency of it. Turn it on low and let that simmer for about 10 minutes. See the consistency of this? I put the top on and let it simmer for about 10 minutes. Peel your potatoes. And here are your blade steaks with nice boiled potatoes, red cabbage, and the vegetables.